If you want endless referrals, stop hiding behind the tools and start working the crowd. You're listening to Success Unleashed, where we show contractors how to grow a 7 or 8-figure business. My name is Garrett Bake, and I've helped over 1,000 contractors and trade business owners just like you put the people, processes, and plan in place to create ultimate freedom. Welcome to the show. I want you to imagine this for a second. You spend 18 months, not 18 minutes, not 18 hours, not 18 days, but 18 months building a relationship. It includes lunch, coffee, it includes golf, it includes text messages, it includes the random gift, right? 18 months. But at the end of that 18 months, you get a job for $323,000. Was it worth it? What if at the end of the 18 months, you got a total of 3 jobs for $750,000? Was it worth it? I'm telling you this out of personal experience. There's a developer builder that 18 months ago, pretty much today, I met him and we became friends, right? Now, friends is a loose interpretation, right? You could have lifelong friends. You guys grew up and went to high school together and all that good stuff. Or you played college ball together, right? Or you met on a job site, right? Different varying levels of friends. But we became friends, right? We have similar interests. We have similar senses of humor. And I said, hey, I want to build a relationship with this guy. Mind you, for the first 18 months, there were no asks. There was nothing like, hey man, I really want to do work with you. Hey man, can you send me that next job to bid? Hey man, nope, none of that. It was just relationship. And so we would go grab breakfast. There's this little French breakfast joint. They make the best croissants, however you pronounce it. They're amazing, the chocolate croissants. And we just go chat about life and chat about work, right? And then we went to, he grew up in the area, went to his favorite lunch spot, right? I can't even tell you how many rounds of golf that we've played, phone calls, text messages, on Instagram, sending him shorts and reels, right? All over 18 months. And then the opportunities came. And I'm going to tell you how crazy these opportunities are, okay? Because of the established relationship, here's how one of them came in. Hey man, our framer on this job couldn't get it done. He's got conflicts in his schedule. Can your guy do it? I'm like, yep. What's the budget? This much. Hold on. So I text my framer, hey man, here's the scope. Here's the this. Here's this. Can you do it for that much? Yep. Okay, cool. Text back. We got it. Within 48 hours of contracts in my inbox. That's it. No bid to the open market. No stressing about whether I'm going to get something or not. Like, that's it. And we've now landed over $750,000 of work, not by doing Facebook ads, right? Not by doing SEO, not by having the fanciest website, not by me going out and begging for work. Simply building relationships. Here's another one for you. Realtor in Arizona, I'm in Utah, by the way, that we met through mutual friends. She does commercial work in Arizona and in Utah. Well, I fly to Arizona probably once a quarter to visit with some clients, and I visit with her. Coffee, lunch, just getting to know each other. Her family has this really cool contraption that goes in your AC system and filters out all the particulates. I went to their showroom, like just the randomness of just being friends. She's a great singer, right? She literally sent me a video of her singing Happy Birthday for my birthday. It was crazy, right? I find out it's her birthday, her husband does something, whatever. And it's just a random text and just back and forth. Friendship, right? Well, she texts me last Friday. Hey, I've got a roof up there. It's a commercial roof, owner's out of state. Do you have anybody that can fix it? I'm like, yep. She sends me a picture, literally has like a 2-foot hole in it, right? And I've got my guys. So I send them over within a few days. They have the estimate over to her, sign the contract, $110,000. No ads, no Facebook, no nothing. Why am I telling you this? I'm not telling you this because I want you to get mad at me or feel jealous or even like send me the fist bump, high five, great job, congratulations. I don't care. I don't care. You're not here for me, okay? You're here to grow your business. And what I want you to see is what it takes to grow your business, right? Now, I'm not saying that this is the only way, by the way. Yes, you can use these other means. Absolutely. Just be smart about it and go back and watch our videos on marketing. We have a few of them. But what I want you to see is if you want to build referrals for life, you got to get better at shaking hands and kissing babies. That's my term. I love it, right? What does a politician do? Shake hands and kiss babies, right? They go out to events and you see them with kids in their hands and they're always shaking hands and waving and blah, 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 whatever. Right. That's what a politician does. But how do politicians become popular? That's it right there. Okay. How do they become well-known? That's it right there. There's a realtor friend of mine. He's been in the game 40-ish years. And he said his entire first year, he didn't solicit anyone to sell or buy a home for them. Entire first year. He volunteered on local boards and organizations. He was part of networking groups. He figured out what he could do to donate to the community and help out. Like he just made himself visible and known for an entire year. And you know what he's not had to do since in 40 years? Ask for a referral. Never had to ask. They just come his way. We're sitting at lunch at Benihana's the other day, and he gets a text message and shows it to me, right? An elderly woman, but he's known her for 40 years. She's getting ready to sell her home. She wants him to help her. 40 years of work. I don't know how hard I can drive this point home, right? But I want you to see, if you want to have referrals for life, there's two things you got to do. The first is the front end, is you got to put the time and the effort in to build those relationships. You have to. Notice I say build relationships and not beg for work. They're not the same thing. Build relationships. The second thing is follow it up with good work. Good work. No, you're not going to be perfect. And never has any job ever gone exactly the way it's supposed to. But good work includes good communication, quality work, right? Making sure that you're doing what you said you're going to do. If you can do those two things, then I guarantee you will never have a problem bringing in more work. Never. And I can give you example after example after example out there. But I just want you to understand this, okay? So this is what I want you to see. If I want to land more work, could I go outside of my existing network, if you will, with ads and SEO and Facebook posts and whatever? Yeah, you can. You can. And you should, right? But at the same time, don't ignore the people in front of you, right? Don't ignore the people that long-term could be those referral partners for life. So if you're a trade business owner and you want to work with more builders, yes, you know you need to connect with more builders. But don't send them emails because they get hundreds of them. They're not going to respond to you. Don't cold call them because they'll just be like, yeah, send me an email, right? Get to know them. I'll give you an example, okay? If you know who they are and what's important to them, when you approach them, you're going to be different than everyone else. So what do you need to do, right? Here's an example. Think of yourself as a police detective, right? Put your detective hat on, right? And when you walk into their office, for example, look around. What do people put in their office? Things that mean something to them. You might see a baseball that's signed with some signatures. You might see a couple of kids in a frame. You might see a golfing hat, right? You might see a picture of the ocean, right? You're going to see things in that office. Most people would ignore those things. Your job is to be a detective, okay? My first conversation with someone, if I'm not going to their office and I don't have access to that, I'm simply asking them questions. I want to get to know them. Where are you from? Tell me about your family. How long you've been at work? What do you like to do? And I'm looking for connection points. And I'm looking for information that I can use later on. Okay? Home builder, Idaho. When I first moved to Idaho, we lived in Idaho for about 3.5, 4 years. When I first moved to Idaho, it was right at the beginning of COVID. So I didn't know anybody and nobody's talking to anybody, right? So I had to get to know more contractors. That's who I work with, right? More opportunities for me. So I started to look around and see, okay, who are the connectors? Who are the people that know everybody? One of those guys was a gentleman by the name of Casey. And so I got to know Casey, same as I did with this developer. Go figure, success leaves clues. It started with, meeting up and coffee and lunch and then dinner and then the wives going out and then golf and all these different things. Well, I found out he was a sneakerhead. And so I invested in that relationship. I found his birthday was coming up. I got him a pair of white Jordans. I had them customized with his business logo on them, set them on his doorstep on his birthday, said, hey man, happy birthday. I left something for you. Appreciate you. That's it. He calls me, then shoots a video, then posts about it. And then for the entire time that I was up there wasn't a week that didn't go by that he wasn't trying to introduce me to somebody. A few $100 investment in something that matters to him. So if you want to build relationships that last, if you want an endless pipeline of referrals, play the long game. Play the long game of understanding who do I need to connect with that has access to my people or that I want to work with for the next 20 years. And then make it your mission to be their number one fan. Make it your mission to know everything that's going on in their life so that you can have that relationship. And so those referrals won't feel weird and they won't come randomly. They will come on purpose and they will come consistently. All right, if you want to learn this, plus all our other marketing techniques that we teach, or sales, running your teams, whatever it is that you're struggling with inside of your contracting business, join our BuildPro community. It's $97 a month, less than the price of a cup of coffee. We have a free 7-day trial. Hit the link below. You'll see our live training. You'll see our training library, access to experts, everything that we have inside of there to help you grow your contracting business. All right, you know what time it is. It's time for you to get after it. 3, 2, 1, off you go.